I am here today in Cody with Sean Murray, the famous podcaster.
I don't know if I go famous, but infamous maybe.
The infamous podcaster, Sean Murray. What's the name of your podcast, Sean?
Coconut Telegraph.
Coconut Telegraph. Oh, yeah. So, can you find that on Substack?
There's a link on my Substack to it, and it is available on Apple and Spotify, all of your regular places.
YouTube, all that stuff.
Yeah, you go look for it.
Coconut Telegraph.
The Coconut Telegraph. Yep.
And it's apolitical.
It is apolitical. We just try to. We have chosen to go out and find the good stuff that's going on around town, the people that are making an impact, and bring them on and let them tell their stories. So.
All right. So, what's politically? Now we're going to go politically.
Let's do it.
Because this is the Grassroots Rising podcast, and this is Jimmy Skogard. I'm here in Cody with Sean Murray. What is your number one political priority, Sean? If you would like something changed, and you had to narrow it down to just one thing, what would it be?
Oh man, being an educator in the statewide, education is huge for me, and some of the stuff that I feel is being done to dismantle public education. I just feel like we've had legislators and a state superintendent who doesn't get it. And
what did they do specifically? I'm not in touch with the education, and I need to educate myself. So educate me and some of the listeners. What's going on statewide in public education that we need to put a finger on?
Well, for me, as a public school teacher, when I'm hearing about possible funding cuts, I'm hearing about that book bans. I'm hearing about just all these things. It seems like the issues that are being brought up or being attacked are not really relevant issues.
I see. So we got some folks getting into our business.
Yeah.
Getting into the business of educators.
Mm-hmm.
And who do you think is best to educate our children, the educators or the legislators?
Well, after doing this for 32 years, I'd like to think it's the teachers. And coming from a family of teachers, my mom's been involved in the school district down the road for 54 years.
Right.
She's been a teacher, she's been a sub, and now she's a school board member. So my whole life I've been around education.
So we have a group of legislators who think that they can hone in on schools and pull some books out of libraries. Would that be the Control Caucus maybe running that kind of nonsense?
That would be a pretty good guess, yeah.
The Control Caucus is reaching its fingers into the business of our teachers and our children.
Well, and I'll tell you, financially too, Jim, one of the things I would say is that schools have always been run at local control.
Yeah.
And the state this year tried to take over more of that control, and it looked good. I'm going to be honest, teachers got a great raise this year. But if you read the papers, if you see I'd like to think they were unintended consequences for
say that football team in Shoshone, Wyoming.
Yeah, or anything that's not football or basketball anywhere in the state. I mean, they're talking a huge statewide shortfall for activities in the next couple of years, and looking at how many programs they might have to. They don't even know what they're going to do yet.
And so let me get this straight. The state runs a $250 million surplus, and the Control Caucus wants to cut funding to schools. And we have a mandate in the state of Wyoming through our Constitution to fund public schools.
Exactly.
And yet we want to cut funding to public schools. How ridiculous is that?
Well, yeah, and I have you know what? I think everybody has a right. If you want to homeschool your child or you want to send them to private school, that's great. And the story you'll hear is, we'll help fund that because the $50 million that was held up last year just got released, even though it's still in court. At least that's my understanding from what I read. To help homeschool families and whatnot, $7,000 per child. But when school funding is based on average daily membership, and if your average daily membership starts going down, your school funding goes down.
Right.
So if people start pulling their kids or whatever they want to do, private school or whatever, it is going to impact education.
Yeah, and it has to be available to all the children because the state doesn't discriminate on how the funding is going to be used. It just says that we are going to provide public education to our children in Wyoming.
And that's right in our state constitution.
That is right there. So I I'm glad that you brought that up today, because that is an important, that should be striking very close to home with folks. And when we see folks trying to cut a budget in a time of inflation, you have to wonder what is going through their minds.
I've wondered that for a while, though. I mean,
so, folks, I guess what we're saying is it's time to get off the couch. It's time to make sure you're registered to vote. It's time to share your disappointment with the control caucus, as I like to refer to them, because they have not done a very good job. They did not think out their platform very well. And it's time that we move back to the center as a state, and
100%.
And start working with each other once again, talking to each other. It's not us versus them. It's just us.
Yeah,
it's always been us, right?
You just had the same conversation with someone else running for a different office, just about bring back the civility, if nothing else.
Yeah.
I think those of us who have lived here our whole lives, we can agree to disagree, but in Wyoming, we've always looked out for each other.
All right. Well, I think that's our 3 to 5. So I suppose we better wrap this up. Any last words for the folks?
I don't. Really, just make sure you get out August 18th and vote.
The primary.
It's the living in Wyoming. If you pass up the primary, you've already lost. So.
Yep. That's where we're electing folks these days. August 18th in the primary. Make sure you get out and vote. Vote for who's going to bring Wyoming back to the center. Thanks a lot.
Thanks, Jimmy.
You betcha.